Greeting the red tide has become an annual tradition in Port Clovis. Every June, locals gather to watch the toxic algae bloom's sinister encroachment on the city's coastline and beaches. Long a haven for small government ideologues, Port Clovis prides itself in its lax amusement park safety standards. Occasionally reminds us that our position at the top of the food chain is tinged. The spectacle of a rampaging shark never fails to attract interest.
I used to take God to the carnival, and he wasn't nothing but an itty-bitty boy. The fact that he was afraid of that Ferris wheel should have told me he wasn't never gonna be no shark hunter.
Come on now.
It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue shark. For now, sometimes even sharks just need to dirty bulk. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. Bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. The shark hunting sector has experienced significant growth, leaving a lot of local openings for amusement ride operators.
Over in Sapphire Bay like yesterday. Shark situation. Let's move. Oh my God!
Only known habitat of the speckled seaside crab. But, you know, a little bit of stinging about the second.
How long have we been out here? Oh, it could be anywhere. Does it smell unusual, or is that just Port Clovis?
I don't think we're gonna make any more headway today.
The powers of society have retaliated with deterrent action. But mankind is ultimately impotent, as there's no such thing as a recession-proof business, except for the frozen banana stand. Whether boom or bust, the demand for reliable, quality frozen bananas remains a constant. Man's tendency to anthropomorphize them into lovable cartoon characters belies the fact that sea turtles are ornery creatures that can bite through bone. It's remarkable how quickly Port Clovis takes up arms in the name of a murderous cause.
Sapphire Bay, be on the lookout for a large female bull. Shooter on sight. Let's see a shark.
Dad used to take me here for sailing lessons. Sit up on his trawler, waving his hunting rifle, yelling at me to sail faster.
Where the hell that fish swam off to?
Spans are short. They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so thus ends the bounty. Port Clovis has grown bored of the hunt, leaving our sharks to fight another game. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions.
She's close. She's real close.
Probably right under me. Suffocating out today. She's looking right at me.
Well, that's it for today.
Another shark hunt draws to a close. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors. No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage can. Sapphire Bay has had several piers. 3 that were destroyed by hurricanes, and 2 that collapsed due to substandard construction and safety deficiencies. pride in boat ownership manifests itself in a variety of ways here in Port Clovis. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve. Of parrotfish here have kept Sapphire Bay's local hammerhead healthy and strange-looking. America's largest shark finning enterprise, Mama Maybelle Bryant has collected quite a fleet of recreational boats. Her fail sons, Randall and Tyson, can often be spotted piloting them around Sapphire Bay. Begins another reckless campaign of extermination.
You head out to Sapphire Bay. Safe's gotta be somewhere. vision test. I just know she's near. Should have brought my fish finder. She gotta be.
With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes to a close. Using crude weapons to take down alpha predators is a skill many shark hunters honed while in prison.
Shooting a shark in Sapphire Bay?
Get loaded for shark coasties. Yeah, a breeze would be nice.
I said all kind of things about Mama Maybell, but she always give me a fair price on Phoenix.
Could be anywhere. Probably right under me. Could be looking right at me. She's gone. Yeah. So
The hunt ends. But this is only a pause in the eternal struggle between man and nature. Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. As is well known, volleyballs make way better friends than soccer balls, who will stab you in the back the first chance they get. Once more, the shark turns back to this place of centered calm. shotgun. Molly Hatchet disturbs the serenity of an otherwise calm sea. The shark hunters are near. Quite a breathtaking spectacle. It's always best to accept shark attacks as a normal part of the marine environment. Makes quick work of a land mammal accustomed to aquatic life. With an angry bull shark loose, local hunters are forced to post bail and shrug off last night's hangover so they can take the fishing phenom, Candyman Curtis. Things are getting heated in this war of attrition between man and nature.
Say something.
Yeah, a breeze would be nice.
Sharks shouldn't be that hard to find. That about wraps it up.
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. Sharks display a remarkable lack of fear when approaching boats or ships. A bounty has been posted. The shark will have to be cautious until the hunters grow bored.
Sapphire Bay, like yesterday. No more shark attacks on my watch. Let's go. The hell is it?
This is my least favorite part of the job.
Hey, shark, get your ass out of here.
This is my least favorite part of the job. That was a nice distraction. Let's go get loaded.
The battle is over, but the war goes on. Folds at the entrance of the shark's nostrils allow her to identify elusive odors. Believe it or not, people paid over $12,000 to sleep in these tents and listen to Swedish DJs for an entire weekend. Shame that human and shark must so often meet as enemies.
Found Sapphire Bay with a shark situation.
Oh man, more rogue shark reports. We need a posse. Anybody got a good set of needle-nose pliers?
Am I just seeing things? Am I just seeing things? Does it smell unusual? Or is that just Port Clovis?
We're getting called back.
The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts at Flamingo Joe's. In the 70s, abandoned bales of marijuana frequently appeared along Port Clovis's shoreline. These were colorfully referred to by locals as square. evolutionary anomaly, the Hammerhead. Overcoming her opponent's clearly superior depth perception. As twilight falls, Pete is in an uncharacteristically quiet mood.
This a dangerous job. It's not something unknown to me. Well, you want to see dangerous? Look at that, yeah? That's PT-522. My daddy crewed that off of Guadalcanal. He was Navy. Gunner's mate. Pacific Theater. But when I was 16 men, came back a day later with 3. Man survives all that, has to die here in the Gulf.
What happened to him?
Boy, you don't like me saying this, but my daddy, his granddaddy, was killed by a megashark.
I'm sorry. He's talking about a prehistoric fish that went extinct 2.6 million years ago.
I seen it.
Yeah, you were a kid.
Ain't they discovering new animals all the time?
Sort of. Well, not exactly. In lots of cases, they're just corrections of species with different names. Also stuff like misspelling.
Boy, I just say it. Maybe there are things in the water that ain't in your textbook. Stick around. Maybe you learn a thing or two this summer.
Whatever.
The ocean is vast. The majority of it still remains unmapped and unexplored by mankind. Perhaps Kyle shouldn't be so quick to dismiss his father's fevered ramblings.
That's the one what took my hand, all right. Get yourself ready, boy. Now we playing with power.
The shark proves as slippery.
Need reinforcements! Don't drag us now! I got that cage cost me $3,000. Boy. I've been waiting for you. She's catching her wind. I got an eye for some bull.
Just your back.
This girl's a crafty monster. Come on. This is just a game we play.
Scaly Pete remains resolute.
Where's she at?
I don't know.
Big enough to toss him now, ain't you? Kyle! Get that can! Douse him! Pique-toi! We're about to blow! Get the off! Forget it, boy! He's just a boy! Carl! Carl!
What remains of the boat lurches, then slowly sinks to the bottom of the sea. The shark is now an elder, and thus begins a new battle against systemic age discrimination. random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. The rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. Like most American cities, the founders of Port Clovis were Freemasons, and probably Illuminati, who congregated in secret UFO bases to perform Luciferian blood rituals. The scofflaw shark callously disregards the state's 24-inch size limit for kingfish. It took weeks for our crew to earn the shark hunters' trust, to convince them we were not insurance investigators questioning their disability claims.
Any hunters out there?
Yeah, I used to be my favorite hideout. People named Emil. Best boy. They got it out of me. That computer's a lot less fun to do.
By dint of its shallow coastal habitat, comes in contact with humans more frequently than any other shark of its size. It takes 3 hours of training and $8 to become a licensed shark hunter. Though very few bother with this formality. The Hoosier hotshot, Ensign Tyler Dixon.
Yes! Got her!
latest cycle of attacks will certainly be among the most infamous chapters in the long, troubled history of human-shark relations.
Out a shark in Sapphire Bay. Ratchet shark attacks? Okay. No problem now, Coast Guard.
Protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious mass. If only someone had done their 6th grade reading assignment, perhaps this tragedy could have been avoided. It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue shark, for now. Salted or raw, king mackerel remains a time-honored staple of American dinner tables. The shark returns once again to her safe haven. The Seawolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. While homeless and itinerant, hobos will work for a living. They are not to be confused with bums, who are sedentary and refuse to work. Kind of like my son Jeffrey. Historically, overdevelopment of the shoreline leads to a wide variety of negative environmental impacts. But you should see the Italian-designed walk-in closets inside these condos. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. Environmental degradation is a novel driver for conflicts of all varieties. Hunting bull sharks was made illegal in 1997. Many shark hunters get around the rule by not Just because humans aren't part of a bull shark's normal prey doesn't mean they don't deviate from their typical diets.
are you? It could be anywhere. Probably right under me.
From the moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food.
And fun for the day.
The powers of society have retaliated with deterrent action. But the shark is now a mega shark, often referred to by scientists as the 64-ounce gas station soda of large marine predators. Demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love. Have close friends or family members who have been eaten or have eaten by sharks.
Do me a favor and head out to Sapphire Bay.
You got something out there raising a ruckus.
Let's move!
The accelerating destruction of the Gulf has occurred in tandem with a wholly humanized view of progress and development. To look at the coast is to recognize that the boundary between sea and land is transitory, and that all life on Earth is just a cosmic accident. Protein caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake.
That was a nice distraction. Let's go get loaded.
Humans' attention spans are short. They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so thus ends the bounty. This trimaran, like many before it, was lost in its journey to the mythological dry land. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. When it was discovered that their Stonehenge replica was astronomically misaligned, enraged Port Clovians threw it in the ocean. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. The Gulf Stream is just one of many major currents that mariners have used since time immemorial to circumnavigate the globe. Thanks to powerful risk assessment software, we now know that this was a wildly idiotic place to build vacation homes. Caviar Key features painted sails, a luxury 5-star resort built not really a gourmand. The bull shark will eat just about anything. The ancient Greeks believed that King Poseidon ruled the waters, whereas here there is a very real risk of drowning while surfing. But at least you'll leave behind a cool-looking skeleton. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. Parrotfish congregate in harems, wherein a single dominant male lives with several females and perpetuates the hegemony. Every summer, Port Clovis plays host to the Megasonic Electro Carnival, giving a real boost to the local MDMA industry. Clovis considered removing these naval mines after the war, but the city had already spent its annual budget booking a Nickelback cover band for the 4th of July. Yes, it's quite beautiful here. Unfortunately, bull sharks can't. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Beach erosion can be harmful for ecosystems by changing habitat conditions for such local fauna as seals, sea turtles, birds, and fish. Blah, blah, blah. Late-stage capitalism. The bull shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite. Pulling off a successful casino heist is made even harder when you drive off the road into the ocean and drown. After the end of the tiki craze, bar owners toss their Polynesian-inspired decor into the Gulf, where their kitschy charm is completely lost on native marine life. Destruction of natural coastal habitats is sometimes necessary to build vacation homes for private equity fund partners. Given the number of people who frequent the beach, it can be rationally assumed that a little human urine finds its way to the sea. Lacking sufficient sand or protected dunes, heavily developed areas risk great danger from hurricanes and tropical storms. Allow it to see in both bright and dim light. Not-so-distant future, a young visionary entrepreneur will spot these 3 shells while snorkeling and revolutionize after-toilet care. Even for sharks, it's important to create personal time for sober self-reflection. While they appreciate human sacrifices, the eldritch gods of yore are seldom enthused about being summoned to Port Clovis. Operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses. None more so than the shark.
Deal with a bull shark. Forget hunting, hunters.
The shark's stirring up trouble. Woo! Let's go!
Well, we done all we could.
Port Clovis has grown bored of the hunt, leaving our shark to fight another day. The shark returns once again to her safe haven. Ensuring a balanced ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted process. What harm could arise from killing a bunch of seals? Attack too often provokes Port Clovis locals into killing every swimming creature along the coast.
Over in the movie with shotgun. That's the job. Let's move!
629 days, Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can thank Old Pete for that. Prosperity Sands sure ain't.
Here, fishy, fishy.
This is anticlimactic. What is that?
I really should get them polarized lenses. She's close. She's real close. Somebody help me!
Stuff are cleaning out today. Anybody got a good set of needles on fire? Anticlimactic.
I really should get them polarized lenses. She's close. She's real close.
I like this beach here, me. Got a lot of nice-looking, wealthy women. Yeah, there's a court order says I can't be within 200 feet of the beach. But you can see a lot with a good set of binoculars.
I just there.
Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race.
Brought my fish finder.
Another shark draws to a close. The shark's appetite is never satiated. Successful shark hunt is traditionally celebrated with off-brand cinnamon whiskey and large quantities of pseudoephedrine.
Shop here right here. Nowhere else in town got that mango butter facial scrub.
Is that it? Nah, that ain't it.
Probably right under me. Could be looking right at me.
Hunt's off. For now.
With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes to a close. Season ends, hunters return to their normal routine of bouncing checks like lizards.
My ex's folk dock their boat at Painted Sails. But, you know, so do a lot of New York couillons.
Sharks often come in close proximity to humans. The tip being natural cowards, shark hunters will often call for backup upon spotting their prey. The corn-fed Colossus, Butcher Boy Brady. The Marine Predator displays caution as the situation further escalates.
A breeze would be nice. It's hurting me. I know it.
She gotta be somewhere out there.
The Emperor of the Deep, the Great
I run into
White.
distant polarized lenses. It's close. Close.
The hunt ends, but this is a mere pause in the eternal struggle between man and nature. To catch a shark, one must be as quick as a shark. The Great White is often referred to as the King of the Ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society.
Pete, what's in the barrels?
Fish food.
Pete, whatever this is, can I ask you not to do it?
Gonna get that shark. One way or another.
It's just that this is unnecessarily destructive. I mean, it's just one shark. There's a whole ecosystem.
One shark that killed my boy.
Pete, look, I understand.
Wanna keep tugging on this knot, you?
against the shark by sending some of its most disreputable citizens.
That can control prosperity stands, then a bunch of shark attacks.
Don't know nothing about no raids. Are you throwing a Fedor door on the beach at night? You just asking to get bit.
That's it!
Coastal tourism in the U.S. continues to grow, leaving millions of naive Americans vulnerable to the graft of beach umbrella renters. Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love.